So we want to deal with question number 5, assignment number 3. Okay. So this was the email, and it says, Dear AIN3701 student, we are almost at the finish line, and I must say the work you have done so far has helped us tremendously. Our last task is a big one, but I know you are up for the challenge. As part of our National Gym Starter Strategy wrap-up, we need to present a dynamic dashboard to the Fit Nation board. This dashboard will tell the story of how the program performed across all 3 branches. We want a national view and allow management to zoom in on specific branches for more targeted insights. To start, we are especially interested in how well we did on customer attendance, which is attendance KPI across the country. We are aiming for an overall target attendance of at least 45%, considering that most clients aim to attend around 24 times out of the 456-day period. The executive team is quite fond of a gauge charts and would like the national attendance percentage presented in this format. A red zone will reflect performance below 40%, yellow will be for between 40% and 50%, and a green zone will celebrate anything above 50%. So upon analysis, so they are saying to start with, we are especially interested in how well we did on, then we are, all right, fine, let's continue. Then it says, so this part is specifically for the gauge chart. This. So they are saying a red zone, it must reflect below 40%. Yellow will be for between 40% and 50%. And a green zone will celebrate anything above 50%. So like what I said before, whilst you are reading the instruction or the scenario, you need to take notes of what is being discussed or what is being said. Okay. So by doing that, it will give you the guideline. So here we know that we are going to have a gauge chart, right? And it will have these 3 colors, the red, the yellow, and the green. So this is number 1. Then it then said, along this, we need 2 other national graphs. So we need +2 graphs, right? National graphs. 1 to show total attendance per branch, and another that breaks down the total number of incentives issued by branch, which is known as an incentive coverage KPI. It's vital that management gets a clear snapshot of how each branch is contributing overall engagement. All right. Then it then says, but we don't want to stop there. We would also like to be able to select a specific branch, that is Pretoria, Johannesburg, or Polokwane, and dive into more detailed insights. For the selected branch, we want to display the attendance percentage across age groups, and for this, please use these categories. So we have got these categories: scholars, students, working adults, veterans, and pensioners. All right. So an additional graph, which is the 4th one, is the one that shows the age groups. All right. So this is the one that shows the age groups. All right. Then they also spoke about just below that, the dashboard should reflect how that branch is performing against our two KPIs. Attendance target is 45%. Incentive coverage target is 70% of members must have received at least one incentive. All right. So the attendance percentage is calculated as total session attended over 56 in brackets divided by number of members. Same applies for the incentive coverage percentage is calculated as incentive granted over number of members times 3. All right. So to make it fun and more engaging, please use text boxes to display whether the two KPI percentages were met. If the branch made the target, a green smiley face should be displayed. And if the target is not met, a red sad face. The executive team loves this touch. We would also like you to write a short paragraph where you summarize your findings. Just a reminder, in all instances, we need to comply with the Fit Nation brand style guide. I'm attaching this document for you together with the dataset. Please note that only percentages should be used, not raw numbers. So take note, in your graphs, you need only percentages, not actual numbers. Okay? So when displaying performance statistics in this way, it is easy to compare divisions and make decisions. So we are excited to see your insights brought to life. Right, so this is their logo. So now they are saying perform this question in this workbook. Create a sheet called dashboard for your dashboard and workings for your calculations. So this is the workbook. So we need rename. We call it workings. Then the other one, we call it dashboard. All right. So all calculations should be done within this workbook. The visual dashboard must meet the requirements outlined by Mr. Naidu and align with the Fit Nations body's expectations. Note that no marks will be awarded for using pivot tables and VBA. All right. Then the second question is for you to comment on the findings that you got. All right. So we also have this brand style. So this is the Fit Nation brand style guide. All right, so these are the colors. We have got the deep blue, which is for Pretoria. And we've got the sky blue, which is for Joburg or Apolloquan or Johannesburg. I think this one is for Johannesburg. Then the bright orange, this is for Polokwane. Then black and gray from the logo are reserved for text or outlines. Please do not use gray or black as a chart color. All right. Then it says typograph recommended fonts for Excel or PowerPoints. Headings Arial black. Then bold text Arial. Emphasis use colors bold or emoji instead of all caps. Then the chart and dashboard guidelines. Use only the 3 approved colors for graphs, right? And highlights. Avoid using default Excel colors. Apply colors constantly across branches. So like Pretoria, deep blue, Johannesburg, sky blue, and Polokwane, bright orange. All right. Then icons and KPIs, green smiley face if KPI met, which is greater or equal to target. Red sad face if KPI not met, less than the target. All KPI is shown as percentages only, no raw numbers. So take note of that. Then logo usage, use the Fit Nation gym logo only in top left corner of the dashboard. All right. So like what I said, so the first thing, they always taught you that you need to make sure that your page layout, the orientation must be landscape. All right. So now, and your dashboard is supposed to fit on a one page, right? So you highlight, as you can see, there are dotted lines here, meaning to say that will be the end of that particular page. So you drag until you reach this line, this one. Remember, we were told that the background is supposed to be what? To be light gray. So you click on the fill color here. Then you look for a light gray, either this one. Right. So this is now the background of your dashboard. Okay. Then we need the logo at the top left corner here. So the logo, will find it here. So remember what I said. For now, let me do this. All right. So this is what I said. I said, all right. So I said you go on your search button here and you type snipping 2, especially when you are using Windows. Then you click on the new, then you drag like this. Either you save, but if I'm not mistaken, immediately once you do that, it's already on the clipboard. So if you come here and paste Control V, then your logo will be here. So you drag a bit. So this will be your logo. Okay. Right. Then after you have done this, I don't think we still need this. All right. Then they said our workings is supposed to be done under the workings sheet. All right. So what I would prefer you do, guys, is because since all the workings are supposed to be done on the workings, you copy this data Control C. Then you come here and paste. So if you want to enlarge, it's up to you. But this is what is required of you. Okay. All right. So after you have done this, so you check your data. You check your data to see if everything is sorted or is correct. Remember, we want to check if we have got blank spaces. Find and select, go to specials, blanks. We are seeing that there are blanks here, so we can highlight maybe with this color. All right. So we can check now. The session attended, it's 43. So if the session attended is 43, it is above 24, above 16, above 8. So it means we need to replace this with what? With ones, 1, 1. From what we have learned that if the attendance is greater than or equal to 8, a towel will be awarded. And if it is above 16 or equal to 16, a t-shirt will be awarded. If it is above 24, then it means a bag is going to be awarded. Then as you can see also, we have got PTA and we have got Johannesburg written in this fashion, right? So we need to change PTA to Pretoria. And then Joburg to Johannesburg. All right. Is there anything else? What other thing have you noticed on this? Are you there? What other thing have you noticed? Is it fine? Do I have people? So, all right, CLA 016 is duplicate. All right, this one. So it then means we have to delete this guy. Thank you. Delete. Right. So that's it. I think we are done. Now, we now want to work out our salvation. So, number one, mm, national attendance gauge chart. Right. Then here we are. So remember our customer attendance target is 45% from what was given to us. All right. So my advice for you guys, especially when you are dealing with the dashboard, use the functions that are easier for you, that you can say these one are easy. So you can use those ones. Value and the range. So use functions that are easy for you. If it means you know two functions and you know how to manipulate those two functions, so be it. So be it. Okay. So be it. All right. So we've got the minimum. We've got the red zone. Then we've got the yellow zone. And the green zone. You never know. Maybe your exam will say, create a gauge chart. So you need to know how to do this. So this one I can highlight until here. Then I put percentage. Then maximum. So there are different ways. So the red zone, we are told here that the red zone will reflect performance below 40%. So in other words, it's from 0 to 40%. That will be the red zone. Okay. That will be the red zone. So that's 40. Then the yellow percent will be between 40% and 50%. So 50 minus 40. So it will occupy 10%. Then the green zone, it occupies the remaining something that is 50 or above 50%. All right. Then obviously the maximum is the addition of all this percentage, which is 100%. Then we also need what is known as a ticker. Okay. So for the ticker, we need attendance score. Then we need the thickness. And we also need the leftover. All right. All right. Now, we want the attendance score. Remember, we were told for us to find the incentive percentage, we use this formula: total session attended over 56 over number of members. That's for attendance percentage, right? So we need to use that one to determine our attendance percentage. All right. So here, so total attendance, so we can say equals to sum all right. All right. This is the formula that I used, sum. So we want the sessions attended. So we want to have the total attendance for the sum for the sessions attended. So until the end, then we close divided by 56 according to the formula. All right. Then we close, then over, right? Remember, our formula is saying over number of members. All right, number of members. Number of members. So the number of members, you can even use the ID number. You can use either the Polokwane, or you can count. So what you need to count is from the top row, from the second row here until to the last row. So you can use count A. So count A, what it counts is, it counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Okay. So count A, then from here to down. So like what I said, you can use any, you can use even the Polokwane, you can count, you can use any that you want to use. But here I'm counting the number of members. All right. So we close. All right, it's already closed. Then we press enter. So we get this amount, which is 0.47. So let's make it a percentage. Right. So it gives us 47%. All right, so that's how we get the 47%. Remember here we are having a target of 45%, but here the total attendance score is 47%. Then the thickness you can choose it for yourself. You can say 5%. It's up to you what you want. Now, for the leftovers, you say is equals to sum. So you add this minus sum then that's what you get. So now, so this is for the national gauge chart. Let me put orders. So now to draw our gauge chart, what you then need to do is you highlight this, both the minimum, maximum until the minimum. Then you click on insert. Then on the pie charts here, you click on the donut. So obviously you delete the name of the chart. You also delete this. Then you click on the donut chart. You right click, format data series. Then you rotate the angle to 270. Then the donut size, or you can change it maybe to 50. Then you select the individual colors here. So for the fill, you click on this bucket, then you click no fill. Then for this part, remember we are told that it's red. Then the next one, it's yellow. The last one is green. Then you also need to click on the format, then shape outline, you say no. So this is for the first part. All right. Then the second part, you right click, you click on the select data series here, data. Then you click on the legend entries, you click on the add. Then name it the ticker. Then on the data series or series values here, you click on this one. Then you select these values, right? Then you click OK. Then you click on OK. So while this is highlighted, you click on the shape, right click, change series chart. Then the ticker click the secondary axis, then you change the donut to what? To pie chart. Then you click OK. Right, you then click on the colors. Then on this bar chart, rotate 270. Then this individual, you click on this, only this individual. The bucket, no fill. This one, no fill again. Then you click the remaining part. All right. This part, no outline. Then the color, you can change it to black. Then you right click on this, then add data, data label. Then inside the 5% here, you can double click until these values come out. Then click on choose cell here. Then you click on this, then OK. Then that's it. So this is your gauge chart and it's showing 47%. So you need now to transfer it to the dashboard. Remember, we are told that the national graphs must be side to side. Here it says, so the way you are going to arrange your dashboard, it's up to you. You are the one who determines how neat your dashboard is supposed to look. Alongside, we need two other national graphs, one to show the total attendance and another that breaks down the total number incentive. So these two national level graphs, we can put them side by side. All right. So what I can do is, after I'm done with this, I need to type gauge chart. Gauge chart. All right. And we were told that we are supposed to use Arial. If it is a title, black, Arial black. So that will be, so now I can take this. I can right click, cut, paste. So this is my gauge chart. Then I can drag bit, drag again. All right. So this is how my gauge chart look like. I can even stretch it a bit if I want. All right. Now, the next thing that I now want is the two other national level graphs, one to show total attendance per branch and another that breaks down the total number of incentive issued by branch. All right. So how do I do that? Let's go to the next. Now, I want, let me go down there, national attendance KPI national attendance So now, under this national attendance KPI, percentage, what I want is the attendance KPI per branch, attendance KPI. All right, let me just say attendance per branch. So we have got the total, and remember, if I want the branches, I'll use the unique function, unique, right? Then this is my data, then enter. So now, or you can even type them, it's still fine. So now the total now is equal to, I can use sum if. So the range and the criteria, so where is my branch? My branch is on D. Control Shift down arrow. Then what is my criteria is Polokwane, or my criteria is Polokwane. Come on. All right. Or 20. Then remember we are dealing with attendance, right? So if it is attendance, it's here. Control Shift down, then enter. Since we are borrowing from other, so we need to make this one absolute reference. We also need to make this one also an absolute reference. So we can drag. All right. So now we want to know, this is attendance per branch, right? We want to know also the members per branch. So we can have members per branch. So we also need total. So I can just say is equals to then I have these two. Now, for the members per branch, I can just count the number of branches. Then I will know that each person attended this. All right. So I can use count if. Then I can go on the D, Control Shift down arrow. Then the criteria. Polokwane. Enter. All right. So I can make this absolute reference. I don't know why this thing does this. All right. Here we are. Okay. All right. So that's what we are getting. All right. Then, so this is for, and this is it. Then the totals. Now we want to determine the percentage. So attendance, attendance KPI percentage per branch. So this Polokwane, Johannes, then Pretoria. So here we want the percentage. So is equal to this over this. Do we have the sum? All right, the percentage, remember, we are saying is equals to the total sessions. Right. The total session is this over 56 divided by this amount. Then we get this. Let's see if we drag. Yeah. Then we click on the percentage. Remember, we are using this formula. When you are dealing with the KPI, you are using total sessions attended over 56 over number of members. So now we are dealing with the members per branch. All right. So once we are done like this, then we highlight, insert, then we can select the bar graph. All right. Then we remove this and also the grid lines. Then the axis, we remove the vertical ones. Then we need to include the labels. Here we are. Click. Right. Then for the colors, we can go to the so for Pretoria, where is Pretoria? This is Pretoria. Right click, fill, more fill colors, customs. This is 11, 61, 145, 145. Oh, okay. I was supposed just to click on this one, but it's fine. So this is for Pretoria. The next one, we follow the same format, more fill. This is Johannesburg, yes. 74, 175, 74, 175, 247, 247. Okay. Then lastly, Polokwane, 247, 148. 247, 148, and 29. Okay. So this is it. So before we take anything, dashboard, I want to put this one here. Let me, all right. Right click, cut, paste. All right, I can stretch it like this. Then workings, it's attendance KPI percentage per branch. So what I can simply do is I can say equals Then I can take this, enter. Then area of black. Right. So this is for this part. Then we need to move on to the next one. So for this part, I can just highlight like this, then put it in a border. Now, we want national. Incentive coverage, KPI percentage. So we can copy these two, copy, then total. Right. Then we also need copy. Then we need percentage. All right. So for the incentive, we are using the sum if. All right, but we need the total incentive, right? But for us to have the total incentive, we need also to include the total number of incentive here. So we can say total incentives. We need this column. So is equals to sum then we can drag all right. Now the total incentive now we are using sum if, so is equal to sum if the range is here, then the criteria is this. Come on. So this is the criteria. Then we also need the sum range, which is this one. All right. Then enter. So we get 193. Then make them absolute as well as this one. So we can drag, and that's it. Then now the percentage, we are told how to calculate the incentive percentage. So we are saying incentive granted So it says incentive granted over number of members times 3. So incentive granted, so we are saying is equals to incentive granted over number of members. Members is this one, multiply by 3. Right? Let's see if we drag. Then we just change to percentage like this. So now we can just, so this one I think is done. I can put it in my thick border. Then we highlight this part, go on the insert, then same graph, delete this, grid line, the x-axis, vertical, then include labels, then Polokwane, right click, fill, Polokwane is this, then right click, fill, that's Joburg, right click, fill, that's Pretoria. Now I can take this, Control X, then Control V, right? Then all right. This is how it's supposed to look. Then I can, here I can say it's equal to national, then area, like, all right. So these are the two graphs. Okay, these are the two graphs. Now, we want to work on the last one, which they said that management would want to zoom into. Here it says, we would also like to be able to select a specific branch, either Pretoria, Johannesburg, or Polokwane, and dive into more detailed insights. For the selected branch, we want to display the attendance percentage across age groups, and for this, please use these categories. All right. So scholars, it's 0 to 18 years old. All right. So I can add another column here to say age groups. Age groups. So for age groups, I want to use if statement. All right. So ifs, then the logical test is that I want to determine the age, right? So if this one, right, if the age, which is E2, is less than 19, remember, our age group is saying 0 to 18. So if it's ifs normally it works the opposite direction. So we are saying if E2 is less than 19, it must give us scholars. Okay. Else, same E2 is less than 25. It must give us students. Or else E2 is less than 55. It must give us working adults. Else E2 is less than 65. It must give us veterans. E2. So the last one you say greater than or equal to 65. It must give you pensioners. Then you close. Then here we are. So we can drag our formula down. All right. So now what we need now is we want attendance percentage. Attendance percentage across age groups per branch. All right. This is what we want. So what we want is we want the attendance per session. So already we've got Polokwane, we've got Johannesburg, and lastly, Pretoria. Okay. Then for the age category, we've got scholars, students. You can even use the unique function, but you start by saying transpose, then unique, then you drag this K column. It will give you these values. Then working adults, working adults, veterans, and lastly, pensioners. All right. So remember, for us to have the attendance per session for the age groups, what we want is we want to determine the sum of scholars under Polokwane branch. So since we have got two criteria that we would want to introduce, so you use the sum ifs. Sum ifs. Then you start with the range, all right? Per session. So we are going to use the session. Then the criteria, obviously, the criteria, we use this. Then criteria number 2, no, not this one. So now we want to use the criteria. The first criteria, let's use the city or the gym location. So this is the criteria. Then criteria number 2 is this. So we are using the scholar. Close. Then we get this one. But now here is the issue. If I drag like this, it won't give me anything because you see, and also here it has moved these values. So in order to fix that now, remember, we must make this one an absolute value. And also this. Then also this. Right. Then for this one, the O, what we want to change. What we want to change is only because this is MNO. So what we want to what we want for when we drag our formula to remain is the row is the columns. We don't want the columns to change when we drag our formula to what? To the right. But we want our row to change. So in order to fix that, we make only the column to be absolute, right? Then when we are dragging down, here we don't want the change, this part, we don't want the rows to what? We don't want the rows to, we don't want the rows to change. We only want the columns to change. So in this case, here we put the absolute on the row. All right. So if we drag, then here it goes. And even if we go further, this is what we get. So let's just add the total here because we want to use it. So sum, we could use what we have calculated earlier on above, but still this one is fine. All right. Then after we have done this, we now need the percentage. So attendance percentage. So we can take this, then we can copy this. All right. So now the attendance percentage, we are just saying this one is equals to this divided by the total. We get that. So look what happens if I do this. So I need to fix this part. How to, all right. I dragged to this side. This is my formula. It's this divided by this. All right. So my next one, now you see that it's moving the columns. So how do I fix that? To fix that, I'll make sure that this U44, I want the columns to remain unchanged, but the rows must be changed. Okay. So in order to do that, I will put the $sign on front. So if I drag like this, then all the values will be there. And if I drag like this, then we get these values. All right. Then I can change to percentages. Got it. Sometimes when you do it like this, normally here, since you are dividing by 0, it might give you an error. So in order to fix that, you can use the formula if error, right? Then it must give you this value. If the value, if there is an error, what then the value of that error? You put 0. So still it will give you the same results. All right. Now, this is the percentage for all the branches. As you can see, Polokwane, we have this, Johannesburg, we have this, Pretoria, we have this. But we want something like on our dashboard, if we click Pretoria, it's supposed to give us only these percentages. these percentages for Pretoria. Then if it is Polokwane, it must give us these percentages only. So how do we achieve that? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. All right. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to insert my control buttons. All right. So either, remember I said, you go under developer, then insert. So either you can use, this one is a combo box. You can use a combo box, right? You can use a combo box, or else you don't want to use the combo box. You can use checkbox, no, because you can, the spin, no. List box, you can use the list box. I'm just showing you options, okay? You can use the option. So one of these controls is the one that you are supposed to use. Or you can decide to use the radio buttons. V. So I just did copy. All right. So you can move it like this. Then right click, you can also move this like this. So we've got Polokwane, Johannesburg. So I can edit here. Polokwane. Then here, edit text, Johannesburg. Then right click, edit. Then Pretoria. All right. Then to make it appealing, I can just say, I can insert illustrations, shape. Can use this shape. Then, all right, I can go on the fill, select no fill. Then the outline color, you can put black. See, I can put it like this. All these will work the same. I will show you how. Right. Now, let's go to the workings. So here I can use combo box, or radio options, or radio buttons, or option buttons, or list box. So all these I can use them. All right. So what do I need? I need an index. Okay. So the index number, let me just, so I want my index to appear here. All right. So here I can type Polokwane. All right, Polokwane. Then what else? Polokwane, Johannesburg, then Pretoria. Right. Now, let me go back to my combo box. Right click, format control, input range. I can highlight these two, right? This column. Then cell link, I click on it. Then I click here. Then I say, okay. So this, if I click like this, Polokwane, then it will show the index for Polokwane here. All right. Then, if I want to link my list box again, I go on format control, input range. Still, I use this. Then cell link, I'll use this. Then I click OK. All right. So look at what happened. If I click Polokwane, Polokwane is highlighted. If I click Joburg, Joburg is. That's why I am saying these, they can work the same. Right. Here, format control, cell link, index, then OK. All right. You see now what is happening. So whether I used this or whether I used that, this will happen. All right. Now, let me click on control. Let's move it up a bit. All right. Now, what I need to do is now I want to have a graph here that can change when I click either Polokwane, Johannesburg, Pretoria, whatever. Right. So the first thing that I want to do is I want this yeah, that's what I want. Now, what I want to do now is I want to use a formula. Remember, this is also one of my favorite. Choose. So the index number is this one. What's the value that I want to be displayed? I want this, else I want this, or else I want this. So this is the beauty about the choose function. Choose, you start with the index. So this is my index. Then followed by the values that I want to be displayed. All right. Then I can close, enter. So as you can see, since 1 is Polokwane, so Polokwane will be displayed here. All right. So if I go to my dashboard and I choose Johannesburg, then Johannesburg will appear here. All right. Then the next thing that I also want a title. All right. So I can also choose, right? Then I can name it the index. It's here. Then I can say, let's say, firstly, since it's 1, it will be Polokwane. So I can say Polokwane attendance KPI percentage. All right. Then value number 2, Johannesburg attendance KPI percentage. Then lastly, Pretoria then attendance KPI. So you can use any heading that you want. So now here I'll say is equal to, then I click on this, enter. So as you can see, area black. So if I choose Polokwane, it will then also change to say Polokwane attendance KPI percentage. Then if I Johannesburg, Pretoria, so it also changes. All right. Now, I also want the values for Pretoria to be displayed here. Okay. I want the values for Pretoria to be displayed here. So equals, so I can use again the what? The choose function. So index is this one. So the first value is this. The second value is this. And the third values are these ones. Enter. So I can change it to percentage. So you see Pretoria here, 9%, 2161, 0%, 9%. So now I want a table. So I can do this. Then insert, I mean the graph, not a table. Right. Here we go. Delete. Read lines off. Labels on. Then the axis, this one off. Remember the idea here, these values are supposed to add up to what? To 100%. This percentage, they are supposed to add to. So 61 plus 9 is 70, 21 plus 9 is 30, 30 plus 70, 100. All right. Now I need to cut, paste. So we can change maybe to a color that we used before. And this one, you cannot change any color at all. To say now it's Pretoria, so it can change the color for Pretoria. Now is this, it can change. It won't. So I think we need to reduce this one. X. Area. Right. Remember, we are told again that to make it fun and more engaging, please use text boxes to display whether the two KPI percentages were met. If the branch met the target, a green smiley face should be displayed. And if the target is not met, a red sad face must be displayed. All right. So that's the other part that we want to deal with. So just for these ones to have a uniform, then I can also take this. All right. So this guy can just go down a bit. Right. All right. So one thing that I've realized is, all right, this is the party. So I'm done with this part. So now I want to deal with the emojis. So for the emojis, we are still using the same concept. We are still using the same concept. So for the attendances, remember, we calculated the attendances per branch. So we can just take this one. Or if we wanted, we can use, but let's copy this one. All right. Uh, let's see how to paste. All right. Control C. Um, let's paste values, right? Then we also need for national incentives. Values. Then this one percentage. All right. Let's copy also the heading. Okay. Border. No border. Okay. So now we want a formula. Okay. So we want a formula. Remember, for attendance KPI percentages per branch, it's supposed to be what? 45%. So let me just put 45% target. 45%. Then here, target 70%. Okay. So now we are saying if. We are now using if, right? This one is less than 45%. We want L, or else we want J. Okay, so that's it. Then for this part, we say is equals to if this one is less than 70%, we want L, or we want L, or we want J. Okay. So to change these ones, what you just need to do is you go here and change the name to Wingdings. Then immediately Wingdings. So immediately this is what you get. All right. Now, remember, we now want to display these emojis. Okay. So we can still use our choose function. Right? Choose, then the index. We can still use this index, right? Then the first one is this. The second one, this. And the third one, that. Okay. So I think for it to be fair, let's just say choose. Okay. Then index, we use this so that we know what is happening, or we see what is happening. Then this, no, not that one. I want this. You see, I love the choose function so much. So you as an individual, you must know which functions are best for you. Then you manipulate using that. right? So here I can say emoji. Then here again, I use the same concept is equals to choose. Or since I have that one, I can just copy, paste. Okay, doesn't want to paste. So let's just use our formula. Is equals to choose, then index. This is the index. Then 1, 2, 3. All right. Then the image is equals to choose. Right index is this. Then right. So you can change these ones to wingdings. And this one again to wingdings. So remember, here we can say is equal to all right. I want to change area of black, but I want to change the heading here. Attendance KPI percentage target. All right. Yeah, percentage target. Then this one also cover KPI percentage target. Let's see if it's gonna fit. If it doesn't fit, then we need to remove. No area. Like, so it surpasses. So we need just to remove. We can, let's see if we remove national. All right, so let's leave it as coverage KPI. Right. So they said you must use the text, right? Let's do that. Insert, then the text box. This is the text box. I can put it because they said just below that. So after you have done this, you can come here and type equals. Then you select. So this is the text box. Then you do the same again, insert some of the text box. I think you'll find them on the illustrations, shapes. Then this is the text box. You come here again. you do it. Then whilst this is selected, you then click is equal to workings, then enter. Then you just increase the font size. Okay. So if you change Johannesburg, it shows. If you change Polokwane, this is it. Johannesburg, Pretoria. But one thing that I then realized is that you cannot change the color of the font, the color of this smiley face when you are using the text boxes. So the only way you can achieve this, you don't need to include the text box, but what you can do is you can say equals, then enter. This one equals, then enter. Then you change wingdings. Then you change also wingdings. Right. Then you increase the font a bit, 22. I can also increase my font here to 22. Right. So what then I need to do here is that I will go on the conditional formatting. Whilst I select this cell, conditional formatting, then highlight. Then we say text that contains, right? You are saying text that contains, right? All right. Let's see. Then new rule, format. All right, it's fine. Conditional, highlight, text that contains. Then let's see if we put J, right? Remember the J is, we go on the custom. Then for the color of the text, we want it to be green, right? Then okay. Did I do it right? Wait. Wait. All right, let's see. Clear the selected row. Conditional. Highlight text contains J. Yeah, we want J. When text contains J, we want the color to be green. Okay, so this is what you need to do. Then you add another conditional format again. conditional, then highlight text that contains, then the other one is capital letter L, red text. Okay, you come again to this one, conditional format, text that contains J, color, green, okay, okay. Then again, text that contains L, then red text. Right. So if we do this, you see, if we do this, then there it goes. So now the part B, it asks you to comment on the results. Which branch met or did not meet the KPIs? So you can decide now by looking at this smiley face, and you know that when it comes to Polokwane, they didn't meet the attendance KPI percent target and the coverage KPI percent target. Then Johannesburg, it only met the attendance KPI percentage, but did not meet the coverage KPI percentage. Then Pretoria, it met both. So the most performing branch, according to this, will be what? Will be Pretoria. So you then give a conclusion by that. Okay. So this is what they wanted you to do. But remember, you are not supposed to use all these. Either you choose one, right? You choose either you can use the combo box, or you can use the list box, or you can use Polokwane. Then here you can also put the heading of the dashboard that you are working on. Okay, so you were supposed to use either the option buttons, this one, or the list box, or the combo box. So not to use all of them, because look, they both work the same. They all work the same. So let's see if I gonna, so this is how your dashboard was supposed to look like. Or either you would put these two graphs up there, then these two graphs beneath there. So the art was based on your creativity. Okay, so this is how it was supposed to look like. Any question or questions? Any questions? Any questions? All right, I think we are going to meet on Monday again, since next week is when you are going to write your exam. You write it on Thursday, right? So we can utilize Monday and Tuesday. I believe you will be done also with other modules as well. So we'll utilize Monday and Tuesday. I think Monday we will do the remaining questions. Then on Wednesday, we can ask each other questions in regards to, I mean Tuesday. Wednesday, it will be your day off. You will be working on your own, polishing where you're supposed to polish. But Monday and Tuesday, we are going to meet again. Okay. So any question? So I believe this is it. So make sure you revise. All right, you're welcome. So make sure you revise, guys. You revise all the topics that we have covered so far. Emerging technologies, they can choose which one they want you to work with. So you need to know them by heart. This one, what does it do? This one, what does it do? This one, what does it do? VBA, the same. You need to know how to declare your variables. Then for the dashboard, you need to know the functions that you are supposed to use. So any one of us can decide to, you can still achieve what I have achieved here by not using the formulas or the workings that I did. So it depends with you. It depends with what you want and which ones are easier for you. All right, guys, I think this is it. Enjoy the remainder of your day.